Okay. So, here we are again. But now, I have an Ethernet connection, so hopefully, the connection is good now. As far as anything I could tell, everything that was going wrong was, all the log files and everything I could find pointed towards the thing going wrong being the internet connection. The fact that I was streaming and multi-streaming via Wi-Fi. And that just not being good enough for what I'm trying to do. But now, I am straight up connected to an Ethernet port. I have pretty much as good of an internet connection here in my home as possible. This is the best internet connection possible that I can have here. So now we gotta see if this works. If this works. I'm not doing the starting soon or anything like that. I'm just straight in here. Straight up in here now. And we're seeing if this works out. Seeing if this works out. I have my little VTuber, well, quote-unquote VTuber, PNGTuber set up here. Right? And yeah, here we are. Here we are. If all goes well, then perhaps I'll actually play a game. But, you know, I wanna make sure that all actually does go well. You know, just in case. This doesn't work, well then I don't know what. I don't think YouTube still... My connection is excellent from on the YouTube side. The connection is excellent, and you know, not as it is on Twitch as well. Yeah, there it is. Okay, YouTube doesn't like the fact that I'm maintaining the same bit rate as I am on Twitch, but YouTube's just gonna have to deal with it. YouTube's just gonna have to deal with it. Cope and seethe. Cope and seethe. This is just the way it'll be. I compensate for it by having a higher resolution. Well, not on YouTube, but high resolution overall to compensate for the low bit rate that Twitch is capped. So yeah, here we are. I'll make like one announcement on my Discord channel, server, whatever. Maybe. Actually, no, I'll just stick around, wait a little bit. Stick around, I'll wait a while. And we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, other than that, how's everyone's days been going? You can sip my drink. No, I'll make the announcement on my server specifically. Watch, the moment I make this announcement, it's gonna freak out. Oh, okay. I'll just do it through this. Once more into the breach. Funny, I've been consistently streaming every single day this week. And this is also, I've managed to stream every single day this week And this is also the week where everything has gone wrong up to this point. Everything has gone wrong up till now. And this is the day that I managed to be consistent. Nothing's been getting in the way of me actually, like, sitting here and getting a stream done. You know? Except for, you know, the actual connections. The internet connection stuff, which everything looks good. It's still looking good. The bitrate line on Twitch is looking very nice. Much smoother than it's looked before. Looking very nice. Very nice indeed. And I hope it stays that way. Really, really do. Really, really, really hope it stays that way. In the meantime, we have some nice copyright-free lo-fi music in the background for anyone who wants to just relax and help out with this technical nonsense that I'm doing. Sorry about that. My voice is squeaking a little. I don't know if the mic is picking that up, but my voice is squeaking a little when I'm talking sometimes. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe that's just the rat genetics. Just the rat side coming out. There we go. And yeah, I got the little PNGTuber model. I got the, you know, I not only have the model now, but I have the little guy. I have the dude. I got new emotions for his face, including a talking one. Now he's a proper little PNG guy. He's great. He's great. I love him. I love him. He's a wonderful little mascot guy. Ah. Oh boy. This is nice. This is nice. Just hanging out. We're just chilling. We're Bing chilling. If this does work, well then my power will have grown. And I don't know where that's gonna take me. I don't know where. Hopefully somewhere good. There we go. Yeah, it's actually, it's a funny little story. The changing my internet connection from Wi-Fi to Ethernet. So as I was considering how to go about this idea, as I was considering how to go about this, at some point, I had convinced myself that my room didn't have, like, a coax port in it, right? Which is, you know, what you need to be able to actually get an internet connection from a modem. Modem is powered by something that can easily plug into any old wall outlet, but for it to actually connect to, you know, your landline, then, you know, you need the coax port. But at some point, I had convinced myself that I didn't have a coax port, or I didn't recognize, like, I forgot what a coax port looked like, and so I didn't think that I had one. And so then, for me, the only idea of me getting an Ethernet connection, the only option for me getting an Ethernet connection was getting a really, 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 really long Ethernet cable and just snaking it along from the modem in the office room all the way along the walls into my room and then plugged into the computer. And that would be like, you'd need a solidly, like, pretty long cable. Like, I think my dad estimated like 30 feet. Although thankfully there's, like, you can get like 100 feet of Ethernet cable of Cat 5 for like $15. But still, it would have been a very silly solution, but it would have been a solution nonetheless. And then I looked through my room, and right there, under my desk, is a coax port. under my desk. Not even just, you know, off in a distant, you know, the other side of my room. I say distant, but, you know, distant by, you know, relatively speaking. Relatively distant. You know, not on the other side of my room where we'd have to find like an awkward solution to this or something. No. Literally under my desk. Under my desk is a coax port. Right there. Suddenly, everything became a lot easier. And now I just have the modem sitting here on my desk. Easy. Done. With a Cat5 cable connecting it straight to the computer. No tape or any silly solutions, any bizarre solutions needed. None of that. No, nothing. Just that. It's a coax port right there. Trying to make sure the microphone actually picked up the finger snap. Sometimes my microphone is a little too good when it comes to only picking up my voice. Sometimes a little too good at its job, you know? You know? Alright, let's see here. We've been going for a solid... I don't want to jinx this, though. We've been going for about 11 and a half, almost 12 minutes. Nothing's happened. Things are looking okay right now. Again, I don't want to jinx it, but it's looking alright. I hope it turns out this really was just the issue. This really was the issue, that my Wi-Fi connection just sucked. It may very well be the issue. So what else have I been doing? What else have I been doing? Well, I do still have the script for a video that I need to actually record. I need to record that. I drew up an asset for the video that I needed a while back. I don't know what other assets I'm gonna need. Usually, when it comes to getting assets for the video, I just kind of grab I look up and grab if it's an image asset, I usually grab the asset after I've edited the audio together, so that way I know exactly what image I need, right? Mainly because I can't keep the entirety of the script in my head at one time. I pour the script out onto, you know, I pour the script out onto, you know, the digital paper, and then I actually record it, and then I edit the whole thing together, and then I go back and I'm like, okay, this is what I wanted to do here, this is what I want to do here, this is, you know, I need an image asset here, etc., etc. You know, I need X footage for this part, or I should put X footage for this part, I should put an image here for this, etc. I usually do that after I've recorded it. Which, certainly not the most efficient. Very much not the most efficient process. Absolutely not efficient at all. But it works for my brain. It works for my rat brain. I have ideas, and then I pour them out into a script first and deal with everything else later. It's also kind of why it takes me a while to make videos, because I get the ideas and then I end up doing the procrastination thing, which is just it's just part of the process, honestly. I'm one of those people who, I feel like, I cannot confirm this, obviously, but I feel like a good number of YouTubers, at least solo YouTubers and streamers, people who make videos and streams, or generally who make videos, tend to work in bursts a lot of the time. Because I know I do that. And I just get this feeling that there are plenty of other video makers who do the same thing, that they also work in bursts, you know? Because I don't know, it's a gut feeling. Something about the way some people's content looks like it's made that makes me think, like, oh, you know? It feels like it was made in a burst of creativity over the course of a few days, maybe a few hours even, depending on the size of the video. And then they make that, and then they turn off for a bit. 'Cause I know for certain that's what I have a tendency to do sometimes. I get an idea for something or a few ideas. I work in like a massive burst of creativity, making like one of those projects a reality, and then my brain shuts down. My brain shuts down afterwards for like a good few days. I'm like, I can't work on another one right now. I poured all of my energy into one project. I do not multitask my projects most of the time. I have ideas, I keep them on back burners, but actually working on them, like working on multiple projects at the same time, no, not usually. Not usually. That's the kind of thing that makes my brain hurt. I did develop a new idea for a video recently, and by recently I mean like, what, an hour or two ago? It was literally a shower thought. I was literally having this idea in the shower, and now it's in my head, and I'm gonna have to at least jot the idea down somewhere to make sure I don't forget it. But I'm not gonna be working on a script for it yet, because I already have a script written that I need to record for. Speaking of which, actually, let me just do that right now. Hold on. Let me just make the document for it right now. What do I call it? There we go. Okay. I have the idea jotted down. It's in a document. The document exists. We're good. We are good. The document is an existing thing now. So, when I'm finished with my current idea, I can go back and actually remember, oh yeah, that thing. Oh yeah, you know, that other thing I wanted to look at, I wanted to do, you know? Yeah, let's do that now. Yeah. Oh boy. Well then. So, we are 18 minutes, 30 seconds in, and nothing has occurred. You know, nothing bad, at least. Nothing bad has happened. It looks like it might actually be working now. Straight up, it might have just been my internet connection. Holy shit. It might have just been the internet connection. Oh. It really may have just been the internet connection. Wow. Oh. Alright. Also, since we're here, browser source. That exists. I'll bring the jar back. I was considering putting the jar away, because it seemed like the jar might be, I don't know, a bit of a problem. But it looks like the jar is fine. So we'll put the jar back. We'll put the jar back. In case anyone wants to, you know, do that. If anyone wants to mess around with the funny jar. With the haha funny emote jar. Oh yeah, and, I made the little expressions for my guy. I have two other expressions for my guy now. Where he's laughing and one where he's like sad or disappointed in you, or disappointed in what he's looking at, which may sometimes be you. But yeah, I made those little stickers on my Discord server now. They're great. Hello, Tempe. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to this. As far as I can tell, the PNGTuber thing is finally working. It's finally working. It's been 20 minutes and there has not been an interruption on the stream. There hasn't been any like visual artifacting from what I can tell, nor has there been any crashes or disconnects on Twitch. I'm feeling very accomplished right now. Hello. And all it took was changing my internet connection to actually being Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi. Because I had been using a Wi-Fi connection for like the longest time. Because nothing was going wrong for a while. But I guess trying to do all this, like multi-streaming and PNGTuber stuff, it was just too much. I guess it was just too much. So now, yeah. I guess it was just too much for the Wi-Fi, and so Twitch just would crash. It's gonna crash on 1 hour mark? No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. It's been going great. It's been going great. Everything's been going perfectly smooth. Everything's been perfectly smooth here. I don't want this to... I've been spending pretty much this entire week trying to get this to work. And now it looks like it's actually working. Because I have I have a good Ethernet connection. I have a wired internet connection now. Finally. Something I should have done way earlier. But it's here now. Oh boy. I might stream a game today, but at the same time, I might not. I might just spend the hour, maybe more, just relishing in the fact that this is actually working. It's gonna be chatting. For today, probably. Probably. Because it's mainly been me, the past week has mainly just been me testing, well, from Tuesday to now, it's just been me messing around with settings and testing things to make sure the multi-streams the Twitch side at least doesn't just disconnect constantly. YouTube seems to have the ability to pick up some of the slack when an internet connection falters. Twitch, not so much. Twitch needs you to have a very solid internet connection the entire way through. So if it falters a little too much, it'll give you the little disconnect thing. And if you can't reconnect fast enough, well, your stream was gonna go offline. But I want to maintain all this stuff, you know? I want to do all this. I want to expand my reach. Especially since I already have so much stuff set up on Twitch anyways, and I don't want it... Since Twitch allows multi-streaming now, I don't want all that stuff I have set up there to go to waste. Yeah, I figured this is a nice little chatting. I made this nice little chatting scene. You don't see it because there's nobody interacting on this end, but there's a chat box and an alert box to the left. I'm thinking, Speaking of, I'm thinking, what, tomorrow? So tomorrow's gonna be Friday, which of course means, Friday Duck Day. You know, it's just gonna be Duck Simulator as usual, right? But, on that note, tomorrow I'm also going to see a movie. Seeing a movie tomorrow, and I'm going to see it at around the time that I usually do my stream. So there might not be a Duck Day stream tomorrow, and I might do one on Saturday instead to make up for it, or I'll do a Duck Day stream earlier than usual, or I'll just do a late night Duck Day. Who knows? Depends on how active everyone else is that night and how I'm feeling after the movie. The hell is alert box? Is it telling you nearby danger? No, no. Okay, it's not quite like that. No. It's alert box is it's a widget, a plugin effectively, for streams. It's one of many different types of widgets, and the idea with Alertbox is Alertbox will, if you've seen people stream on Twitch, you'll see like these little pop-ups for when someone follows them or subscribes or donates or something like that on Twitch. It's that. That's what an Alertbox does. And so people create these, you know, they customize their alert boxes with special images and wordings and sounds and things like that. So the idea is anytime someone follows me or subscribes to me or donates to me on Twitch, the alert box will pop up and play a little sound that'll notify me or alert me of what has happened, so that I can know and, you know, thank the person for you know, being you know, so generous as to possibly give money to a streamer. So like, watch, I have the alert box thing up here. If I click the follow button, I can send tests. I can send test alerts to the box. So if I click on follow, see? It does that. It does that little pop-up. I'll do it again because it froze for a second. See? And then the little jar, it's basically a little tip jar. So anytime someone follows or subscribes or donates again, it'll put a little emote into the jar. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Although, however, it is all Twitch exclusive. The chat box, the chat box, the tip jar, and the alert box, they are all Twitch exclusive though. So if you want that extra level of engagement, you know, if you're that kind of guy, you want that kind of thing, you have to go to the Twitch version of the stream for that. Little Ratman got moves now. We're upgrading. Yes, we're upgrading. And look, it's been a solid 30 minutes and nothing bad has happened. The stream hasn't crashed or disconnected or anything. We're going good. We are eating well. As my grandpa would say, clean living. And I've got a little animation. I love it. I love it. I'm a full-on PNGTuber now, due to the fact that I got this little guy now. I love it. I love this little character. Dad and Mother Rat provided him with animation. I found a guy on Fiverr. Well, just like how I found a guy on Fiverr to make this character to begin with, but I found another guy on Fiverr to edit the character, to edit his facial expressions, give him a few extra facial expressions, and it was like $5. $5 for 3 expressions, including the open mouth talking one. And he did a really good job. Just 2 days. 2 days and $5, and he did a really good job. In fact, actually, hold on. Let me give him a shout out here. I have an image. I have an extra image here that's like a little promo card for him. Since you're here, let me give you a shout out to the guy who gave me this guy's animation. This guy's other images. Where is it? What was it called? Oh god, oh no, I forget what the file was called. I forgot what the file was called. Hold on. Let me go back to Fiverr. Okay, that's what it was called. That's what it was called. I know it's in my pictures folder, I just need to remember the name. Da-da-da-da-da. Should be around here. There it is. This guy. It's Nero Studios on Fiverr. This guy. He made some very nice expressions for my character. Very nice expressions, very smooth. Oh yeah, if you're in the market for editing a pre-existing or creating a PNGTuber yourself, that's the guy to look for. It's good deals. He's got good deals for good work at a reasonable time span. Just want to shout that guy out, because this shit genuinely looks amazing. I love it. Look at that. Look at those little faces. Look at those little faces. Look, the laughing one, he's even got tears in his eyes. He's laughing so hard. He's got tears in his damn eyes. It's great. I have a coffee profile picture I use for everything. I might actually look into it at some point. Yeah. If you want to turn that little profile picture into like a little character. Yeah. This is the guy. This is a guy to look for. Nero Studios. Over on old Fiverr. You just look for him. He's great. A wonderful. And he communicated to me very, very quickly. Like I'm in a roughly similar time zone to him, and I messaged him at around like late 10 o'clock my time, like 10:40 something my time. Was starting to go to bed at like 11 or something, almost midnight my time. Because I figured, okay, well it's already pretty late for me, and he's pretty close by to my time zone, so I imagine it's even later for him. So of course, I do not expect him to actually respond. And lo and behold, I get an email. He responded. He responded at like midnight, which is probably like 1 or 2 a.m. for him. Like, well, alright. He's keeping up that average response time. Keeping up that average response time despite the odds, you know? I respect it. I respect it a lot. He's nocturnal like me. That could be it too. He could also just be a very heavy night owl. Yeah. And he'll get you whatever you order roughly within 2 days, depending on how much exactly what you're trying to get out of him. I mean, if he was able to get a turnaround on this in like 2 days, I think he'll be able to get most jobs done in a span of time as well. Got a pretty good guy there. Yeah, shout out to him. Nero Studios. It's a great job. I'm gonna keep that image. On the back burner, just in case I need and/or want to shout him out again at some point in the future. And I love this. And actually, speaking of. Let me go and give a shout out to the guy who actually drew my character to begin with. Let me give a shout out there as well. 1 second. I don't think his came with a business card thing. Yeah, I don't think his came with like a business card, but are you making it yourself? No, I wish. Believe me, I wish I had the artistic skill to draw this guy myself. I do not. I do not have the. I'm not an artist of the visual variety. In terms of like drawing stuff, that is not what I can do. Not my skill. But the guy who made it was this guy, Nails Arts on Fiverr. He doesn't have like a business card thing, so I'll just link him. Let's see, I'll link his profile. Yeah, I'll link. Well, that's the gig I got from. I'll link his profile in the chat here. This guy, Nails Arts. So shout out to him. He does some pretty cool comic book looking art style, and that's kind of why I picked him, because I really like comic book art and that general style. So he's very good at what he does as well. It's Nails Arts, Nelson O. He's a Nigerian man. Very good. He was the initial artist for this character. I worked with him to provide, like, you know, the inspiration and all that for what I was trying to look for with this character, which the end result was pretty much what almost exactly what I had envisioned in my head. So, I'd say it turned out pretty well. Turned out very, very well. And look at that, we are 40 minutes in and we've had no trouble whatsoever. I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling very good about this right now. Very happy. Very happy. Oh boy. This is nice. He's nice, yes. He's very nice. Yeah, how's things going for everybody else, huh? How are things going for everybody else? Cause y'all kind of know how things are going for me. Since I've basically been detailing it for the past week now, how things have been going. So let's hear from some of you. You're still hanging around. How are things going for all of you? Good morning, hello, Fong. Well, good morning for you. It's a good afternoon for me. Hello. This seems to be, I don't know if it's just pure chance. Well, statistically, and I seem to attract at least a small number of regulars who are on the other side of the world from me. Like it's morning. It's apparently morning for you. It is afternoon for me. Hey, you did it with the PNG? I did, yes. The guy I contacted on I was just talking about this. The guy I was contacting, I was in talks with on Fiverr. He came with the turnaround. There he is. Nero Studios on Fiverr. He made the edits to the character. Gave him some facial expressions. And I hooked it up to Fujitech. And here we are. Here we are. Yeah, and I've been going for a solid 43 minutes without any disconnection problems. So it's been great. It's been great, and I'm pretty sure the reason I haven't had any disconnection problems is because I finally have a fucking Ethernet connection. Something I should have done a long time ago is move the modem into my room, because I actually have a coax port, and connect it, and actually just connect a Cat5 cable to the modem from my computer. Or the other way around. So no more wireless, no more Wi-Fi streaming here. It's all wired. Is the fastest connection I can possibly have, which means hopefully no more interruptions. No more interruptions. I'm Asian, so I'm probably on the other side of the world right now. Yes you are. I'm stateside. I'm an American. I'm stateside, so yeah, you are very much on the other side of the world. Funny, I got another regular who is also Asian, South Asian. Tempe, if you're still there, in the other chat. The Indonesian. Look at that. I am gathering an international audience. Although it's an international audience that is primarily Asian. Funny. That would be a pretty interesting fate for this brand. An American streamer becomes a regular morning time streamer for an English speaking Asian audience. That would be an interesting turn of events. Because it's just become a habit. Because I'm kind of free around this time. I mean, so am I. Around this time, I'm usually either eating dinner or having eaten dinner, or I'm going to eat dinner after the stream, or sometimes just not if I'm just not feeling hungry. So it's like, you know, and there's nothing going on that isn't food related, so if I'm not feeling like food, I just do that. I'm doing this instead, you know? And then I do food later. If I'm even feeling it at the time. Sometimes I'm just not feeling a lot of food. Sometimes I've seen it in my pantry. I'm considering just grabbing the Idahoan thing in the pantry. That's a cheese. It's cheese potato slices. It's potato slices with cheese, Idahoan cups. I'm considering just eating that. Because I don't know. I do have a pizza though. There is a pizza in the freezer though. I could just do that instead. I don't know. My friend's been playing Valorant for 12 hours, so I'm trying to stop him. Oh no. You poor soul. Both of you. You poor souls. Trying to deal with Valorant. Oh god. The whole idea behind Valorant has never stuck with me. Ever. I've never understood it. Like, I still remember when it came out, and the main controversy around it was the fact that it was one of the first ones to use, like, a really serious kernel-level anti-cheat. And, in fact, I made a video on that way back when, those good few years ago, about how a kernel-level anti-cheat works, and therefore why it's a terrible, terrible idea. And, you know, cut to years later now, everybody's finally getting on the train and realizing why kernel-level anti-cheat sucks, and it's a terrible idea for cybersecurity. You know, oh, look, now you all realize, huh? Now you all realize this is a bad idea. Now that it's getting into all the games, huh? Knockout TikTok, they probably still streaming while live stream. Exactly. Well, exactly. That's another point to make. It's kernel level anti-cheat is terrible from the cybersecurity angle because it's kernel level. It has access to everything on your system, and then it doesn't even work. It doesn't even get people banned. Or if it does detect people, the automated system doesn't work. Right? Like, people will still manage to cheat in a kernel level anti-cheat system. And so it's like, why? Why to do it to begin with? It doesn't even work. Probably to promote the tool, because the Val has the mark of good anti-cheat. Maybe, but at the same time, that mark really only works for outsiders, you know? People who have been in the gaming sphere long enough, who are actively following games and stuff like that, they know. They already know it's not good. If anything, it's the opposite. It's the opposite of the mark of a good anti-cheat. You know what is somehow, on some level, VAC, I'd argue, is better than the kernel level stuff, like what is the name of it? I know the version that Valorant uses. Was it Vanguard? I think is the one Valorant uses, because it's a proprietary one, I believe. It's not like easy anti-cheat or something. Yeah, Vanguard, because I remember Vanguard is like, I think it's an in-house anti-cheat. Still kernel level, but yeah. I'd argue that VAC is better than that. Like, on some level, VAC is still more effective. Somehow, like, because VAC, it's, at the very least, when your cheating is obvious enough, and you get, you know, people will raise a stink about it, VAC will take action. At the very least, VAC will take action on you. Or on behalf of other people. This thing, not so much. These kernel level things, not so much. They'll be able to root around through your entire system, and then they won't even do their job. Meanwhile, VAC can barely do anything to actually look for cheaters, but if it does find one, chances are it will actually do its job. Right? So, from a cybersecurity standpoint, it's much safer to use VAC. And then, at the very least, even if it doesn't do its job very well, it will actually try. It puts in the effort to do its job. Metaphorically speaking, of course. VAC actually puts in an effort. These kernel level anti-cheats don't. I mean, did you see the controversy around Apex Legends recently? I sure shit did. I saw the video. I saw the video. That was something insane. That was an insane footage to look at. Where somehow the anti-cheat in Apex Legends is so bad that cheaters have figured out how to inject cheating software onto other players to get them banned for cheating. Yeah, like, streamer got hacked mid-game in a competitive game. This was in a competitive game by a 15-year-old. It was like a 15, 13-year-old kid. A script kiddie. A script kiddie managed to hack a competitive player in the middle of a match and inject cheats into his system, into his game. They gave him wall hacks and aimbot in the middle of a game. What the actual fuck? We got highlights clip I doing nothing. Yeah. I mean, it's hilarious because I saw the initially when I first saw the footage, and I saw, you know, I saw the player who was like, "Oh no, guys, I'm hacked, and he's like, you know, he's lifting his hands up, and he's like, "Look, I'm hacked. I don't know what's going on," right? From my history, having not followed the Apex cheating scene, every time usually when you see someone do that, it usually means that that person is a hacker and they're trying to pretend that they're not hacking, right? They're trying to put on a face that's like, "Oh no, it's not me, I'm being framed." That's been like the go-to for the longest time for people trying to get out of, you know, punishment for hacking. But no, now the excuse has been made reality. The alibi is true now. Genuinely, you can say, "I got hacked into, like, cheats were hacked into my game," and it's true. Which is just an insane thought to me. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely mental. Every gaming stream ever, yeah. You fell asleep on my stream. Oh, nice one, Tempe. Nice. I guess the music's definitely not helping in that regard, huh? Music's definitely not helping on the whole trying to not sleep thing. It is intentionally relaxing music. It's lo-fi, so that is the beat we're going for. Thankfully, it's lo-fi that's not going to get me copyright struck. the stream was crazy. It happened to one of Moist Critical's players. Oh, was he one of the... He was one of the Moist guys? I forget what the official team is called. I didn't realize it was one of the Moist guys. I watch Charlie a bit, but I don't actually like follow him or like his streams or anything like that. I just kind of watch the occasional video. We're not as players, but they were playing in that match. Ah, okay. Right. Still. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think it was Charlie. It was through Charlie that I figured out, found out that this whole thing was happening. It was through Charlie that I found out to begin with, because I saw his video on it. That's where I saw the footage. Like, holy shit. It's actually real now. It's actually fucking real. Holy shit. It's insane. Absolutely insane. You can... I don't know what the developers of Apex are doing regarding cheating at this point, because that is something else. That is something else entirely. You gotta, if this ain't a wake-up call for the Apex development team, or EA at least, to do something about their anti-cheat and make it something that actually works, I don't know what is. Busy making cosmetic, they still need money. They've got plenty. It's EA. They have plenty. Believe me. Out of all the AAA companies, they're bleeding money like Ubisoft is, but they still have plenty. Ubisoft is the one that should worry. Honestly, I'm still not sure how Ubisoft has been a functional company for these past few years. Everything they put out has just been nothing but shitters. I could see how maybe... I could kind of see how Ubisoft is, like, still hanging around as a company, but I don't see how they're still making enough money to, be a major event at E3 or something. Or not E3 anymore, but the Summer Games Fest. Or, the Game Awards or something. How Ubisoft is somehow still a major event at those, in the same way that Xbox or Nintendo is, or PlayStation is, or something. I don't get how Ubisoft is still managing to pour enough money to be a major event in one of those. It baffles me. It completely baffles me. Do not understand it whatsoever. It is insane. Insane. Is their money, not mine, so I don't know. Yeah. Also a lot of theoretical money. Line go up. Line go up. That's pretty much all they know. And it's not line go up over a long period of time. It's line go up for like 1 to 2 years. Line go up very fast over a course of 1 to 2 years. If line does not go up fast enough over 1 to 2 years, find companies who did not make line go up fast enough, completely shelve them, but like shut down the companies, lay off the teams, don't restructure them, just lay them off entirely, shelve all their IPs, never look at them again. That's what happened with Mass Effect. What happened with Mass Effect, that instead of making because Mass Effect had its big trilogy. They had their big blockbuster trilogy that set up this insane galaxy for people to explore with all this lore and character to it. that everybody, including myself, wanted to explore in some way that doesn't involve Commander Shepard anymore. And so what do they do instead? They don't make like one or two or, you know, a number of maybe multiple what you call them. They don't make a few mid-market, AA, medium-sized, cheaper games, you know, to throw out into the market and really build upon the IP that has been put out there into the world by BioWare. They don't do that. No, they don't do that. They instead pour all of their possible resources into one blockbuster game and expect to make a profit off of that. And then it inevitably fails, because you can't... it inevitably fails, or at least not even fails, it falls short of their massive expectations, and then the majority of the company gets laid off, and the entire IP gets shelved for like 5 whole years. If not longer. That's their strategy. They want nothing but blockbusters. They don't want AA games. I made a video about this as well. I made a video about this as well. We've been living in an industry for a while, starting with the 2010s at least, where the AA industry, the mid-market industry, has basically been dead. It's been indie or AAA blockbusters. There has been very little in between. It's just been one or the other, and that's not good. That's really not good. That is not healthy. You need the average. You need the medium, the mediocre. You know? You need the alright. You need the okay. You need the good enough. You know, not everything is gonna be the massive blockbuster. Not everything is gonna be the indie darling. You need that little medium space there to really get everyone's attention and really build up skills. Build up skills, create new IPs, experiment with ideas. But the major companies don't want that. They don't want that right now. They just want their blockbusters. Blockbusters that they don't seem to realize came mostly from the mid-market, from the AA, and then eventually rose into being blockbusters. Like, have you seen the original Mass Effect? I've been playing it recently. It is not a blockbuster. It is not a blockbuster at all. It is very mid-market, very medium, very AA, very janky and weird. But it was made with passion and skill. And so that allowed that charm, the charm that came from that, allowed a fan base to grow around it, and it allowed BioWare to grow and take the skills that they learned and honed, and the new funding that they got from their initial experiment being a success, and really expand their ambitions and grow the Mass Effect IP more. And so it became Mass Effect 2, which was a bit bigger, and then it was already big. And then it finally concludes in Mass Effect 3, which is the big blockbuster action game, which had a very, very awful ending that I could also rant about, but I'm not going to right now, because that's not the point. But you see the idea. You need that mid-market for original ideas to sprout. The indie market can only take us so far. We need the medium. We need the big publishers taking risks and experimenting on their own as well. Not just the people who are sitting in their garages and their basements or tiny offices. Because not everyone's going to be able to do that. Not everyone's going to be able to do that. Some people, it's the same thing with the employment crisis in the games industry as a whole right now. Not everyone is going to be that prodigy who's been developing games and programs in their basement for 5-10 years, who can just come in as a senior programmer right off the bat. You know, you gotta hire your associates and your juniors. You gotta hire interns at some point. You gotta train them. Give them on-the-job skills. Really show them how it's done in the fields, not just in a classroom. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long time before we get the industry back to where it was before. Because we're just gonna have to sit on our asses. We're gonna sit around with our thumbs up our asses, waiting for all the future software developers to sit around and relearn all the skills that the current developers already know. Gotta get mentorship up there. Yeah, it's not profitable in the short term. It costs money and time. And yeah, the people you trained as juniors are gonna want pay raises at some point. But at the same time, you should have been paying all of your developers more money to begin with. And if they do have a higher level of skill anyway, then they deserve the pay raise. So just give them the fucking pay raise and they'll stick around. Anyway, so that's Ratman's tech rants for the day. If you can't tell, I have a few opinions about the industry. I have a good few opinions about the industry. See what happens when you get me ranting? You get me on a subject. I just start going. I just start going. You get me going and it don't stop. Alright, well. How long has it been? It's been a solid hour and there's been no disconnections. Look at that. It looks like the Ethernet cable, the Ethernet thing really was... Internet connection really was the issue. It really was the issue. Shit. Alright. Alright then. Well, with all of this confirmed, I think this has been a very good stream. It's been very good to confirm that everything's been working properly. So yeah. With all that said, I think it's about time I call it for today. I think that Idahoan Cup is calling my name right now. But we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something I haven't done in a long time before I call it. And it's something I haven't been able to do because I haven't been on Twitch in a long time. We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid somebody. It's gonna be very small because I only have so many people. We're gonna raid. And now I'm gonna use the raid button through Twitch. And for you guys on YouTube, I'm going to link you the Twitch page that I want you to raid. And basically, I just want you to show up and just say hi or something. Say hi, say Ratman brought us or something like that. Whatever you want to do. Alright? I'll link the Twitch page in the chat. And on my Twitch side, I will start the Twitch button in a moment. And then once the raid is commenced, the stream will end. Right? So, let's see here. We are raiding. It's really not going to do much for her, but might as well. We are raiding someone, a VTuber, by the name of Pumpkin Potion. You might have seen her in your recommended feeds, I don't know. She's currently streaming a classic Western cartoon smasher pass. And it's all viewer submissions, so it's gonna be interesting. So, I'm gonna do the raid. I'm gonna do the raid over on Twitch. And then, yeah. I will see you all later. gotta wait a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm gonna link you the channel.